Mind you, I'm 6 months pregnant, so something told me to rip it in half because he had an attitude.
Just a friendly reminder that homicide is the leading cause of death in women that are pregnant at the hands of their partner. Your husband serving you raw hamburger meat while you are pregnant was 1,000% an unaliving attempt for you and for your child. The more justifications that a woman has to give for a man's behavior, the more amount of danger that she is going to be in while she's in a relationship or in a marriage with him. Because if he was cooking a hamburger for himself, he would never serve himself a hamburger that looked like that. He would never put his mouth up to a hamburger that he cooked for himself that fucking looked like that. He was trying to take you out and he was trying to take your baby out. Women do not realize how evil a man will turn when you piss them off, when you tell them no, when you don't give them their way. A man will be so pissed off at you and you don't think that you even did anything seriously. He will be so pissed off that he will unalive you just because you angered him. Just because you got him frustrated, just because you emasculated him. Men are evil when they get enraged by the woman that they are with. They literally will wreak havoc on your life and try to end it all together simply because they're in a bad mood, simply because they're angry. And she knows that he did this because that's the justification that she ended up giving for the reason why he served her uncooked hamburger meat in the first place. She said that he was upset with her, and so that's the reason why he prepared meat that was not cooked all the way. And a lot of the time, y'all let men get away with this because men get to wear the dunce cap all the time. So whenever men do not do something up to the caliber that they're supposed to, women are always going to justify it as, oh, he didn't know. He was tired. He didn't mean that. It was no big deal. Then she makes a follow-up video talking about if you're not married, you don't have any right to speak on this. I don't have to be married to know that if somebody is preparing me uncooked hamburger meat, that they're trying to fucking take me out. Okay? If you were to go to a restaurant and they were to prepare you uncooked hamburger meat, would you make justifications for that restaurant? Would you make excuses for that restaurant as to why they served you uncooked hamburger meat? No, the fuck you wouldn't. So therefore, there is no requirement for you to be married to know that nobody should be serving you meat that is not cooked because it could fucking kill you. And not only that, you're pregnant. So it also can kill your child, your unborn child. And then not only that, she says in the video, something told me to rip it in half first before I ate it. So what other things has your husband done to you out of anger to try to sabotage you or harm you or use something to weaponize against you? Because you had this feeling for a reason, because obviously you have a state of preparedness that you have to be when it comes to the antics that your husband does whenever he is upset at you. And then she's doubling down, talking about the quote-unquote TikTok gangsters that are coming for her on the platform, when everyone's just simply saying, why are you defending your husband after you're the one that exposed the fact that he served you raw hamburger meat? And then also has the nerve to make posts of her and her man together, but she strategically has him covered in every single post. So she's not even proud of this man to want to show him, because obviously, why would you be proud as a woman to show off the man that served you raw hamburger meat? Like, nobody wants that. Like, nobody wants what you have. Nobody wants to be with a man that if he's upset, he's going to act like a 5-year-old and try to traumatize you and inflict pain on you and be so pissed off at you that he would do something that would literally risk the life of you and his unborn child. There's not been a single wife yet that has ever been able to convince me to want to get married. Every time a wife gets on here, it's nothing positive. And I don't believe that bullshit when the wives are like, oh, there are a lot of us that have really good marriages, but like we just decide to not get on the internet. Like we're just choosing to not get on the internet because we don't want people, stealing our joy and like taking what we have and like putting negativity on our relationship. But yet, when we do see the positive relationships, the quote unquote positive relationships that get posted here on social media, shit hits the fan and then everything gets exposed. And then we find out that it wasn't a positive marriage to begin with anyway. It was full of bullshit and it was just for optics that they were trying to promote this positive marriage that they had. Because as women, y'all are willing to put up with way too much bullshit just to say that you have a man. And then when everyone says, oh no, I would never put up with that, then we're the bad person. Like I said before, I'm not going to a fucking restaurant and eating a raw hamburger that they're serving me. If I would not go to a food establishment and allow them to serve me raw meat, why would it be okay for my husband to do that? There's never going to be a time that you're going to ask someone, hey, can you provide me some raw hamburger meat for me to actually eat right now, like for consumption in its raw state? You're never going to ask for that shit. But because it's your husband, all of a sudden you have concessions as to why it's okay for him to serve you raw meat when you are clearly proving that you can't stay 10 toes down on the fucking post that you originally made calling out his fucked up behavior. Because wives have this entitlement mindset that he's my husband and so I'm the only one that's allowed to call out his behavior. You could call out his behavior in the privacy of your own mind, in the privacy in your own home. If you feel that entitled to be the only person that has an opinion on your marriage and on your relationship, why would you not keep that shit private? Don't be telling everybody if that's the case.
Okay, y'all, let me say this one last time because some of y'all are dragging it way too far. My husband gave me a raw burger. Did he have an attitude? Yes. Is it the end of the world? No. We're married, we're human, and of course my pregnancy made everything feel extra dramatic than what it really was. That video wasn't some, oh, he's trying to take me out or my baby out type of video. Or some, he's trying to hurt me situation like y'all are claiming. Like, not even close. I'm 6 months pregnant, and trust me, if I ever felt unsafe, I wouldn't come to TikTok laughing about it. I wouldn't come to TikTok making a mockery out of my life. That wouldn't be the first place I ran to if I felt unsafe or I felt like my kids or my unborn child is unsafe. My husband and I had a moment. We talked about it and we're good. People in relationships understand not every moment or disagreement is considered abuse. Like real relationships, mind you, real marriage. So no, that wasn't an abuse moment. That was just a moment of me feeling like you were being petty, so I'm being petty making this video. And a lot of y'all don't even know, right after I posted that video, like not even 5 minutes later, after that he seen it was raw, he immediately was like, oh shit, babe, I didn't even know. Let me go cook it for you for more, like some more. Like, and I was just like being so dramatic. No, I got it. I'll just go get my own food. But like, it really was not that deep. The internet seen maybe 6 to 10 second video and created a whole Lifetime movie for me, and it just wasn't that. Anywho, I appreciate the concern, but I'm fine, baby's fine, everyone's fine. Like, y'all can stop the narratives and the theatrics, and we're moving on, period. So if you're going to be here and stay for the glow up, not the drama.